Okay. So thank you guys for coming on tonight. I'm really excited. Jill is joining us. She is in the Star Diamond Watch group with me. And she is talking about a great topic. I'm really excited about it. We kind of went back and forth on what to talk about. And she brought up building your dream team. And I thought that that would be perfect for us because a lot of us are newer coaches or we have a small team right now. And I think the focus for us right now especially is getting quality coaches over quantity. Because in the beginning, that's what I was focused on was I have to have so many coaches to be able to have a good team. And in the end, you'll find out that that's not what it's all about. You want to make sure that you have quality over quantity. So I'm going to give it to Jill because I want to give her plenty of time to talk. And then if we have time for questions at the end, I can open it up to you guys. So Jill, I'm going to mute myself. And if you need me for anything, just let me know. And I'll kind of tell you when you have like 10 minutes left, 5 minutes left, things like that. Uh-oh.
Okay, and if at some point you can't hear me, just hop on and let me know.
Okay, you're kind of cutting in and out right now, but we'll see.
Of course, I know, it just started cutting out on my end too, right when you said that.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so my name is Jill Washington. I am a coach based out of Kansas City. The majority of my team, though, is based out of Dallas, Texas. I have a lot of people in Iowa and Nebraska also, so we're really spread out all over. Which is okay because that just gives us extra reasons to travel and get to see each other and things like that. So a little bit about me. I am a Diamond coach, and I have kind of been teetering back and forth for the last 2 years. I am super close to hitting 3-star Diamond, actually. I've had 3 coaches that are, on and off. They'll do awesome and then kind of fall back a little bit, and we're just right in that middle area, but we're all kind of pushing really hard to work together to be a successful team. Sorry, guys. He's sitting right there. Okay, and I have a slideshow I'll kind of go over a little bit with you guys. Let me start it. Sorry, my troop just came inside. Let me share my screen. Okay, guys, so like Nicole said, I'm going to go over how to build your dream team. And I'm sure that you guys have heard the saying, your vibe attracts your tribe. And that's one thing that we always talk about with our team is, what you put out there is going to be what attracts people. So again, a little bit about me. I am a mom of 3. I own my own photography business. And I also am a PIO instructor. My first summit that I went to, sorry, I'm trying to move so many things. My first summit that I went to, I was able to get certified to do PIO. So that's one thing that I love to do. I have 3 little kiddos. I have Trey, my oldest, Tegan is my youngest, and then Tristan is my middle child. She has a condition called short bowel syndrome, and so she spends a lot of time in the hospital. So when I first started doing Beachbody 2 years ago, I used to manage a bank. And when I started doing it, I finally decided that I saw the opportunity that Beachbody had, and I wanted to make it a full-time job. And when I really set my mind to it, I started in January, and by February 27th, I was a Diamond coach, and I was making enough money between both my businesses that I was able to quit managing at the bank. And so that helped me out a lot, especially with my daughter in the hospital, because I didn't have to worry about, getting the time off and not taking away from my staff and things like that. So that's one big reason why I love being a part of Beachbody. I recently at Summit participated in the Beachbody Classic. Nowhere near where I thought I was going to be or where I thought I could get, but I'm super excited next year because I actually want to push myself to try and make top 10. My coach and I both decided last year at Summit that was something that we were going to push ourselves out of our comfort zone. And if you guys plan on going, well, all of you should be going to Summit next year. Let me rephrase that. But I would suggest doing it. It was probably one of the funnest things that I've ever done in my life. It pushed me out of my comfort zone, not something that I would normally do whatsoever, but I learned so much from it, and I met so many awesome people through it. My husband and I met each other in college. We've been together for 11 years now. And he's also a Beachbody coach. He's actually one of my coaches who is very close to hitting diamond, and not because I'm working his business. He 100% does it all by himself. I got lucky and have a husband who saw the opportunity and wants to do it as well. So that it always helps out a lot when you have a supportive spouse. Okay, let me scoot this down because I can't see all my things. Okay, so one of the first things that I always talk about my coaches when they decide that they really want to go all in and be a successful coach. The first thing I ask them is, why are you here? What made you sign up to become a coach in the first place? What's keeping you here? And when the going gets tough, and it will, I promise you, it will get hard, why do you stay around? That is one thing that you always need to have at the forefront of your mind. So write it down somewhere, keep it posted on a poster board in front of you, or put it on your mirror so that you always remember your why. Because this business isn't easy. Not everyone can be a Beachbody coach. Yes, it's easy to sign up, but it's not easy to be successful. The actual work we're doing is easy, but it's also really easy not to do those easy tasks. So I always make sure that people know what their why is, because if you know why you're here and what you're pushing for, then that's what's going to keep you holding on when you're really struggling. Also, do you know what your elevator speech is? You should always have some kind of elevator speech, whether it's about our challenge groups as well as the coach aspect of it. If someone asks you, oh, you're a beach coach, what's that about? You should always have a really short, snippet of what it is that you do as a coach, and something that's really going to intrigue them and bring them to you, especially for people that you're talking to in person. Okay, so one of the first things that I want to talk to you guys about is building your avatar. I'm sure you've heard this before, but basically your avatar is going to be a part of you. So what makes, sorry guys, let me go back. What makes you you? Are you a work from home mom? Are you busy, tired, wore out? For me, I'm a woman of Christ. I'm a photographer. I love makeup and fashion. I love party planning, and any kind of hobbies or crafts or things like that. So those are things that are personal to me and that I actually enjoy doing. So those are things that I'm going to make sure that I'm posting about. Your traits are what set you aside from every other Beachbody coach. So that's what you need to use to help you be successful. So if you think about it, there's 300,000 Beachbody coaches. So you need to figure out what is going to set you aside from all those other coaches, and what's going to make the people that you know sign up with you instead of their 5 other friends who just signed up with Beachbody and haven't really decided if they're taking it serious. And the best thing being a coach is that you get to choose who you work with. So why not pick people that you like? I mean, I'm not going to pick someone that I don't get along with on a regular basis. I don't want them on my team, that's for sure. So I'm not even going to attempt to get them to sign up for my team. But if I'm posting the right way and really speaking to people that I want on my team, then I'm going to get people that are like me, and people who are hustlers, and people who want to change other people's lives and do better for themselves and do better for their family. Women that are reading your post know how you feel, and they've been through the same things. So make sure that you share that with them. So if you're just had a baby and you're really feeling down about yourself because you're the heaviest you've ever been or whatever, make sure you share that. The more vulnerable you are with people, that's when you're going to be most successful. If you try and have a cookie cutter image of what you think people are going to see, I guarantee they would rather see all the messy stuff. When I share my messy post about my kids are crazy and I want to pull my hair out and my house is a mess and things like that, that's what people can relate to. I mean, I don't know any mom who 100% has it together all the time. It's impossible. Like, life is way too crazy. I know at our house, my husband coaches football, my son plays every sport you can think of, my daughter's in the hospital, and my little one is just wild. Like, he don't like to listen. He's just on his own beat, and that's what he does. So our house is crazy all the time, but that's what people can relate to. They don't want to see the perfect person who loves to work out every day, because let's face it, most people don't. Even if you do like it and you enjoy your program, you don't want to work out every single day. You have days that you crawl out of bed and you're like, oh, I don't want to do my workout. I wish I didn't have to. Share about it, because that's what people want to see. So posting 101. Every post should be to that avatar. So when you're crafting your post, I want you to really think about talking to that person. So if you're talking about, joining your team or joining a challenge group, I want you to really hone in on, after I had my baby, I was so sad, or, I had postpartum depression, or I was overweight, or had this and this going on in my life. And talk to them, or write your post as if you're actually talking to somebody, and then say, through my accountability groups, I was able to, lose the weight, or even just have that encouragement on those days where I was really feeling down. Make sure you share that, because that's, like I said, that's what people can relate to, and that's what they want to hear. They want to know how what you have to offer is going to help change their lives. And if you've been through those struggles, why not share them? Because then they know that you're like a real human. You're not just some, computer person who's talking about your perfect Beachbody life. Also, your everyday activities may seem minor or boring, but actually it's all about how you relate it to your avatar. So again, when you're playing to your kids, when you're getting gas, when you're doing laundry, if you've been able, one thing that I was lucky to do once I was able to stop working at the bank was I would share, I have the opportunity of having time to do this during the day now and not rushing home at 7 o'clock at night and try to fix dinner and do laundry and do everything within a couple of hours. So share that. Or even if it hasn't brought you home yet, or whatever it is, if you got a Beachbody check and you're able to buy your gas with it, or buy your groceries. People always say, it's so expensive to eat healthy. Well, here, my Beachbody money just bought all my meals for the week, or whatever. Just if you share about it in that way, where you can explain how Beachbody is helping you in those areas, then people they're gonna be more attracted to it. Also with posting, make sure you're adding value and you're being intentional. I provide a schedule for my team that's a posting schedule. So we have just we have daily ones that just have examples like Water Wednesday post or Motivation Monday, basic ones. But then we also have ones that's a whole calendar of strategizing, when there's product launches, and before we have coach sneak peeks, making sure you're talking about it 2 weeks out and inviting for it 2 weeks out, things like that. So if you guys don't have one, then talk to your upline. I'm sure they have one, or maybe you guys can put one together. That definitely helps out a lot when you have a plan, just because then you know exactly what you're supposed to be posting about, instead of you hitting Sunday night and you're like, oh, I need to put a call to action post. I have no clue what I'm even going to talk about. Power of the challenge group. I would say your challenge group is going to be your biggest opportunity to get your coaches and the people that you really want on your team. So here are a couple tips that I have for how to have a successful challenge group. Keep your challengers informed, especially when you're getting them started. So make sure that you have a plan. They know what the plan is, that they're comfortable with it. I do a getting started right call with all of my challenge groups. And I've even done one-on-ones with people if they don't get enough information out of that, or if they can't make it, just so that I know that they're getting started on the right page. Also, keep them engaged. I don't know how you guys do your challenge groups, but we've done a lot of themed ones lately. We do challenges. We have point systems that they keep track of themselves. And then we'll have them put together a post, or we'll even give them the post, and then we have them put it on their personal page to get extra points. So like, if that day our challenge is to take a picture of your food, if you post it on your personal page as well as in the group, then you get extra points for it. So those kind of things. Basically, when you go to invite to your coaching groups or whatever, then there you can say, well, you've already been doing what we do as coaches, because you posted about your food, or you posted about your workout and things like that. So then you're kind of molding them into a coach before they even realize that's what's going on. Make sure you're present in your challenge groups. One thing that I hate the worst is when I have coaches who hop in my challenge groups with me and have challenges in there, and then they just fall off out of nowhere and you have no clue where they went. Remember that when someone signs up for a challenge group with you, they want you. They don't want your upline. They don't want your friend. They don't want your other coaches on your team. Yes, those people can also add value to them, but they signed up with you for whatever reason. You attracted them. And so make sure that you're present. Even if you're not the one leading the group, make sure that you're commenting on their stuff and that you're tagging them in your coach's post, or whoever's leading the group's post, because that just shows that you're still there supporting them along the way. Also, post about how well your challenge group is doing. I always get a lot of feedback from people when I post about how I'm super pumped up because my challengers have lost 45 pounds total this week, or whatever. And we do like Saturdays in our challenge groups. So every Saturday we check in, and you can do like non-scale victories, or if you've lost inches or pounds and things like that. So then that gives me full access to this is what's going on in my group, and on Monday I can post about how awesome my group is doing. Also, post about your coaching opportunity in your challenge groups. When I first started as a coach, I never did this. I was like, that's just going to sound salesy. I don't want them to think that I only had them sign up for my challenge group because I want them to be on my team. But honestly, when I started doing this, it helped me tremendously. And also, personally invite every single challenger to your coach sneak peek group. Sorry, I can't talk tonight, guys. Whenever you know that you're going to have them, send them a message and be like, hey, you've been doing so awesome in the group. I saw your post about your workout on your personal page, and I saw the message you got. I really think that you'd be awesome at coaching. Or if you've seen them inspiring other people, comment or say that in the message as well. Like, I saw a bunch of people commenting how great you looked, blah, 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 whatever it was. Because if you show them, like, you're already doing what we do as coaches, and I think you'd be awesome at it, especially if you message them specifically and say, you know, you've been killing it in this group, you're really motivating people, then that's, you know, putting them, like, I don't want to stay on a pedestal, but that's basically showing them that you want them, like they're adding value and you think that they would be a great match on your team. And then also, I don't know how you guys run your challenge groups, but whenever you do your challenge groups, we have like graduate challenge groups. So when our challenge group is over, we always make sure we invite them to the next group, or we have kind of like a catch-all group that we put people in if they don't want to start a new day one, so that they're still getting that accountability and they still get that motivation every day, but they don't have to do like all the extra challenges, or they can just kind of hop in and out whenever they want to. Sorry, I can't see my last one on here because my thing isn't there. Also, whenever you have a challenger who is having success, share that on your first. So we do a challenger of the week, and we spotlight them on our own page, and we tag them in it, so then their friends can see, oh, you know, she's doing a fitness challenge, I wonder what she's doing, or comment on it. And no, yeah. Can you guys hear me? Okay. And I forgot what I was saying. Let's make sure what I was. Oh, okay. So if I comment or post about someone doing awesome in the challenge group, then other people are going to see it as well. So then that opens a whole nother realm of people. Plus, that shows your challenger, hey, you know, you can sign up as a coach because look at all these people who are already interested in your journey and are following you. And then you can kind of talk to them about how you can get people signed up. Recognition. So make sure that when you do have coaches that you're showing them love and that you are, you know, praising them for the things that they're doing. One thing that I loved about Beachbody adding recognition as the extra vital behavior, because it feels amazing when someone tells you you're doing a good job, especially in this business, because it does get hard and people don't see what's going on behind your closed doors. They might see what you're posting on Facebook, but that doesn't mean that your other coaches on your team can see that you and your spouse are having issues, or you're having issues with your kids, or whatever. So it always makes people feel good when you're recognizing them for things. One thing that we've been doing is we've been recognizing people for engagement in their challenge group. So if there's a new coach and they're just killing it in their challenge group, we always do a recognition for it, or their own personal transformations, or if they have goals, whether it's Success Club points or signing up a coach or making a certain amount of money, hitting a certain number of PB, we recognize them for that. And then same thing with leadership. So if we see that someone added a new coach to the team and they're really doing a great job leading them on their journey to get them started right, we always recognize them for that as well. Just remember, it doesn't have to be something big to recognize your team for. Even if it's something small, it's always a good idea to give them a shout out. Team engagement. So for me, I am totally a type A person. When I have a project, I like to have total control over my project because I want it done how I want it done. And my coach is the exact same way, but she's probably like 20 times worse than me. From being a manager at a bank, it took me a long time, but I learned how to delegate things out and allow other people to be leaders. She struggled with that for a really long time, and so we kind of clashed heads at first because she wouldn't let other people be leaders under her. So one thing I would like to say is, I know how hard it is to let go and let other people lead for you, but if you have a team and you have your own team calls, let your coaches lead team calls every once in a while. Especially like on our team, we have a leadership team. So anyone who has hit a certain level, like first we started off with all of the emeralds when our team is smaller, and then now we have anyone who's close to diamond, then they will help lead team calls and things like that. Or if you just know someone who's really rocking it, even if they haven't hit diamond yet, if they are comfortable leading a team call, let them do it. Sometimes having that extra, leadership under them or giving them that extra boost of confidence, that can help them in their business as well. Also, if you have like certain groups that you guys do together, let one of your other coaches lead it with you. Just because, again, that can give them that extra bit of confidence that they need maybe to be more successful in talking to people and things like that. A couple other things we do, we offer up success partners. So if you guys don't have a success partner, make sure that you get one. I have been kind of going back and forth trying to find a new success partner. I had one that was in Canada. His wife just had a baby, so they have so much going on. It's kind of chaotic. But I always have a success partner on my team, and I always have a success partner on another team. And the reason why I do that is because every team does things so differently. And ever since I got on like my diamond calls with Beachbody and things like that, I've learned so much from other teams just because you never know what ideas they have. So that's always a good thing. I know that there's a page that's, I don't remember what it is. It's something Success Partners. They told us about it at Summit. So if you need a success partner, reach out to your team or your upline and they can help you find one. If not, there is a Beachbody group that's all for success partners. Also, one thing that my team did when we got back from Summit, we all decided to read The Miracle Morning together, and we've decided that every month we're going to pick a personal development book that we're going to do as a team, just because that gives us that extra amount of accountability, as well as kind of like giving us more of like a group bonding thing. So everyone on our leadership team, we literally text each other at 4 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning, whatever time that person's waking up. So since I started reading The Miracle Morning, I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning every day. I do my morning routine, get all my work done, and then I can just enjoy the rest of my day. And that was really hard for me at first because after the summer, I really struggled to get up earlier because my kids wake me up like 50 times in the middle of the night. So I maybe average like 3 hours of sleep on a regular night anyways. But actually, since I started doing this, I've slept a lot better. My routine has been better. It's a lot less stressful because I don't know if you guys stay at home or what, but working from home is hard. Like, it is the hardest job I've ever had in my entire life because between struggling with the kids and, trying to manage 2 businesses, it's not easy. So we text each other to hold each other accountable. We check in every day and say, did you get your personal development done? Did your power hour done? Workouts, whatever. And we just kind of like cheer each other on throughout the day. Also, we do a lot of team activities or challenges. So, this business has lulls in it, and that goes across the board. There are certain months that just suck in Beachbody world. Everyone's sales are down. Everyone's busy with holidays or things like that. So on those months, we always plan some kind of activity for our team, whether it's like a Beachbody bingo and, you get prizes if you get something, stuff like that. And that kind of stuff just makes it fun, and we do it in groups and as teams, and we always switch up our teams so that new coaches are with veteran coaches and things like that, just to kind of like help each other build that morale and really build that team or that family atmosphere. One thing we always say in our team is that we are family. I call my coaches for anything that I have going on in my life. They've definitely become a part of my family, and that's how I want it. I wouldn't change that for anything. Also, like I said, our team's spread out everywhere, so anytime we can, we try to get together for Super Saturdays. This year for Summit, we stayed in the house together. Next year, we plan on doing the same. And actually, already since Summit, our team has doubled the amount of people who have already registered for Summit. And so every year we set goals as a team, not just as leaders, just because, if you're doing it together, you're going to be a lot more successful than if you all try to do your own thing. Okay, so one thing I always do for my coaches is a homework at the end of every call. So one thing that I want to ask you is, do you believe? So make a list of things that Beachbody can do for you that your current situation cannot. So even if your current job is body coach, I want you to think about where you're at now and where your potential is with this business, and whatever your goal is for the end of the year, how can you hit that goal by the end of the year? And then, do you truly believe that it will work for you? So there are some people that sign up as coaches and they don't believe in the whole system. They signed up and they thought maybe they could be successful, but they're just not quite all the way in. But I want you to really think about it. Do you really believe? I can tell you that on days when I really struggle, or months that I've struggled, and like I told you guys earlier, I've been super close to hitting 3-star diamond and then falling off, and I've actually hit diamond and completely had to start over my team twice. And I know that Nicole was talking about it a little bit earlier about how, you know, you think you're doing awesome and you build up this team and then everyone just kind of falls out of nowhere. I've been there, I've done that. And this year, that was my goal, was not to build quantity number of coaches. I don't really care how many coaches I have as long as I'm building solid coaches. I would rather take 5 years to hit the rank that I want than hit it in 2 years and then lose it in 3 months because all my coaches fell off. It doesn't matter how many coaches you have if they're not good coaches. It really doesn't. You can honestly be one of the most successful coaches or make the most money just from having 5 successful coaches. I watched a call that Melanie Mitra did once, and she talked about how if you have 5 diamond coaches who are all in, like push really hard, you can make more money doing that than being, you know, a higher rank with more coaches if they're not successful or if they're not all in. So I know it gets hard, and I know that it really sucks sometimes when your coaches all fall off. I'm going to stop sharing this because that was it. When your coaches fall off, it really sucks. I know that I really struggled with it, especially because I'm a person that I take it personal, and it took me a really long time to get over that. If one of my coaches was doing awesome and then all of a sudden they disappeared, I would like want to hold on and be like, no, like stay with me, don't go anywhere. But then it would prevent me from continuing to grow my business. And then that's how you lose your rank, or that's how your business starts to fall. And unfortunately, I had to do that twice. Like I said, I built a solid diamond team and then I lost it. And then I built it up and then I lost it. And this time, this is probably the strongest team I've ever had. And a lot of that is because everybody's actually all in. Everyone understands their why. They know what's going on in the business. And we all push together, and that makes a huge difference. Do you guys have any questions?
Perfect. Thank you so much. We have like 5 minutes left. And I think a lot of what you shared was really good, Jill, and I really, really appreciate that. And I love your slideshow because then we can always go back and like notes and stuff. And I think what you touched on with the challenge groups is huge. If you talk to any of the top coaches, they will tell you that their best coaches that they have come from challengers first, because they see the value in the products and they see the value in what we do, and it's easier for them to promote that than to bring somebody in who has no idea what we do. And so I thank you for that, because I know we reiterate that all the time to you guys about how important challenge groups are. So to hear it, like she said, from an outside of our team, then we know that it really is important. So do any of you guys have questions? If you do, you can unmute yourself and you can ask a question. Nobody? Okay, no problem. But if you think of something and you want to ask, just message me or pop it in the team page, and always ask Jill, and then get back to you guys. So not a problem at all. But I want to thank Jill again for coming on. I really, really appreciate it. I know the rest of our team appreciates it. And I want to thank those of you that are on the call and made it a priority to get on here, because it really shows that your business is a priority to you. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and I will talk to you guys later. And again, thanks, Jill, for hopping on with us tonight. We really appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
All right. Bye, guys.